Good morning, students. Today we discuss another type of electron displacement effect that is named hyperconjugation. That is very important topic, students. First, let we take an example. CH3, CH2 positive, CH3, CH, CH2, both are carb cations. Which is more stable? Students, you will say second one is more stable than the first. Right, students? What, why? Any type of electron displacement effects give stability to molecule. I told you previously about displacement of electrons or charge effect, and also told student if charge, whatever it is positive or negative, is localized only on one atom the molecule, and if it distributes on all atoms of the molecule, then it gets stability, then it gets more stability than the previous situation. Thus, students, displacement of electrons, even this is inductive effect or hyperconjugation or resonance, cause of stability and reactivity. Resonance cause or contributes more stability compared with both two inductive or hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is less than resonance but more effective than inductive effect. Well, students, now let's talk about hyperconjugation. Students, what is hyperconjugation and how it gives stability to molecules with its some examples. First we take an example. First we see definition. Hyperconjugation is the stabilizing interaction that results from the interaction of electrons in a sigma bond, usually CH or Cc, with an adjacent empty or partially filled p orbital or a pi orbital to give an extended molecular orbital that increases the stability of the system. In simple words, students, hyperconjugation is nothing but delocalization of sigma bond pair electrons to adjacent unfilled p orbital basically. This is fundamental of hyperconjugation. Basically, delocalization of electrons between adjacent sigma bond pair and unfilled p orbital. This is called hyperconjugation. Now, what is the conditions of hyperconjugation? See the conditions. Compounds must have at least one sp2 hybridized carbon. Next condition is the adjacent carbon to the sp2 carbon must be sp3. First is, students, compound must have at least one sp2 hybridized carbon, okay, and next adjacent carbon to the sp2 hybridized carbon. sp2 hybridized carbon adjacent must be sp3, mean to say alpha carbon sp3. And students, the molecule must have at least alpha hydrogens. Three conditions must be present in the molecule, then molecule show hyperconjugation. Now I am having examples. Look at this example, students. Here, this carbon is sp2 hybridized, and this carbon, adjacent carbon, is sp3 hybridized. Okay, students, and it having 3 alpha hydrogens. Okay, students, 3 alpha hydrogens. All conditions fulfilled, students. Must have at least one sp2 hybridized carbon and adjacent carbon must be sp3. Okay, students, alpha carbon must be sp3 and having at least one alpha hydrogen. Okay, and here is the, see here, 3 alpha hydrogens is there. Okay, students, so student, it shows hyperconjugation. Okay, now let's see next example. Here see CH double bond CH2. Here this carbon is sp2 and this carbon is also sp2, and adjacent carbon CH3 is sp3 hybridized. Okay, and here it is, see, 3 alpha hydrogens is there. Okay, all conditions fulfilled. sp2 hybridized carbon and adjacent carbon is sp3 here, and 3 alpha hydrogen is also there, so it also shows hyperconjugation. Now see this example. Here it is sp2, here it is sp2, and adjacent carbon is here, see, sp3, sp2 and adjacent carbon is sp3. Upper two conditions fulfilled here. Okay students, first is sp2 carbon is present, at least one sp2 carbon is present, and adjacent carbon must be sp3, but see here no alpha hydrogen is present, so this structure doesn't show hyperconjugation. Alpha hydrogen 0 doesn't show hyperconjugation. Right students, now how hyperconjugation works, how it gives stability to molecule. Let's take a simple example. See here, this is simple carb cation CH2 CH3. This is the simple carb cation. Students, I am showing opening structure of this carb cation. See students, CH3 CH, here it is positive, it is here. See, this is hybridized structure. C sp3 hybridized orbital I am showing here, and this is sigma bond, and it is C carb cation, C plus P vacant orbital, and here is hydrogen, and here is also hydrogen. See, hydrogen, and it is unfilled p orbital. Positive charge shows unfilled p orbital, and here is CH3 sp3 hybridized. Here is sp3 hybridized carbon which have 3 sp3 hybridized orbital overlapped by 3 s hydrogen orbitals. Okay students, these are 3 s orbitals, and this is these are 3 sp3 hybridized orbital of carbon. Okay, this is CH3 group, and between this CH3 and this CH2 positive, this sigma bond is stabilized. This is sigma bond. Okay, and you know very well that sigma bond rotates. Sigma bond rotates very rapidly. Here this sigma bond rotates, students, almost 10 to power minus 6 megahertz per second. 10 power minus 6 megahertz per second. Students, this sigma bond or all sigma bonds rotates very rapidly, almost 10 to power minus 6 megahertz per second. This rotation is so high, and then during this rotation, when both plane will be in the same phase, bonds get intact. How students? I can explain having mobile students in other hand, so could not explain clearly. See students, it rotates along the plane. Now see students, like this it rotates, and when both planes will then rotates, sorry, this plane rotates and this plane will be fixed. These planes during rotation will be in same phase, then bonds get intact. First this bond interacts with this sp2 hybridized orbital, and after this second CH bond interacts in during rotation with sp2 hybridized orbital. Okay students, thus all these 3 sigma bonds interact one after the other. Okay students, all bonds, sigma bond, sp3 hybridized orbitals interacts one after the other, like this. like this, these bonds minimize this positive charge. Okay, this positive charge minimized by these orbitals by interaction one by one. Looking the structure, students, see, one CH bond interact with this CH2 carbcation positive charge and minimize the carbon. See, here is bond shift at here. See, this bond shift at here, H plus. See, now this is bondless. Okay, and here is C double bond CH2. After that, next CH rotates during rotation and interacts with this CH2. See, interacts this CH. See, this CH after rotation, during rotation, this CH interacts like this. Okay, and after this next CH interacts with positive, minimize the positive charge. This is called hyperconjugation. First structure, this is bondless, and next CH interacts with this and minimize the positive charge, and next third CH bond minimize the positive charge, and this is bond. One by one, all three sigma bonds interacts the fixed plane of carbcation positive charge. Okay, students, and like this, 4 hyperconjugative structures are formed. So students, we can say stability is inversely proportional to the charge. We can say inversely proportional to the charge stability. Students, we can make a formula about hyperconjugation. See, total number of hyperconjugation structures is equal to number of alpha hydrogens plus 1. See, students, this is the short trick or formula of knowing of hyperconjugation structures. Total number of hyperconjugation structure is equal to number of alpha hydrogens plus 1. It means we add 1 in numbers of alpha hydrogens of the structure. See, students, this is CH3 CH2 plus, here how many alpha hydrogens are there? 3 alpha hydrogens. So 3 plus 1, here is 4 hyperconjugative structures are formed. Okay, students, now see next example, CH3 CH3. Here how many alpha hydrogens are present? 6 alpha hydrogens are present. So 6 plus 1, 7 hyperconjugative structures are formed. Okay, now see this example. In this example, 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 alpha hydrogens are present. Okay, so 10 hyperconjugative structures are formed. Last, see also this CH3 plus. Here is no alpha hydrogens, so 0 hyperconjugative structure. Okay, students. More hyperconjugative structures, more delocalization, more minimized of positive charge, and more stability. Okay, students. Stability order of these structures. See, 3 degree. 3 degree is more stable because it have 9 alpha hydrogens and 10 hyperconjugated structures. So this is more stable than the others. Second one is least stable, CH3CH, and second at least and decreasing order. In last, CH3CH2 plus 3 alpha hydrogens and only 4 hyperconjugated structures. So this structure is least stable and this structure is more stable. This is the order: 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, and last CH3 plus. C, 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, CH3 plus. Okay, students, this is the instability order. 3 degree hyperconjugative structure is more stable because it have 9 alpha hydrogens, means 10 hyperconjugative structures, and CH3 plus is least stable because there is no hyperconjugative structure, 0 alpha hydrogens and 0 hyperconjugative structure. So this is least stable than the others. Now see one more example of alkene. Here alkene is CH3 CH double bond CH2. Here students, this is double bond shifts here. Oh, I did not put positive charge here. See, and this is alkene, means double bond, and here positive charge minimized by this CH sigma bond. Okay, this bond shifts here, and double bond pi bond character shifts this at this carbon. Okay, now see the structure. CH2, this is a bondless, and CH2 double bond CH. Here I didn't put positive charge. Okay, CH bond CH2 minus, double bond shifts here as a minus charge. Okay, and here it is positive charge, and this CH bond migrates at this carbon, between these carbons. Okay, now see, like this students, two more structures are also formed. One then next CH bond shifts here, and then next third CH bond shifts here. Like this, all three bonds interact by this positive unfilled p orbital. I told you previously na, like all CH bonds migrates and minimize the positive charge of unfilled p orbital. Okay students, and like this 3 alpha hydrogen plus 1, it means 4 hyperconjugative structure are formed. Two more hyperconjugated structure, 3 alpha hydrogens, 4 hyperconjugated structures are formed. About alkene students, I will say more substituted alkene get more stability by hyperconjugation. You know na, more substituted alkenes have more alpha hydrogens, and more alpha hydrogens get more stability, give more stability. Okay, see students, this is non-substituted alkene, less stable than this, and at last more substitute, because this have, see students, 3 plus 3, this is alpha hydrogens, this is alpha hydrogens, means 6 alpha hydrogens are here, and 6 plus 1, 7 hyperconjugated structures are here. Okay, now so students, this will get more stable than this. Thus, like this, more substituted alkene get more stability than the least substituted alkene. Right student? Students will be able to do this today. In our next video, we will discuss some other examples of free radicals and other examples, etc. Thank you students.